Did I get bumped? Did they kick me for this? Oh, I'm sorry I'm late. I got on a phone call and it was an important phone call about fishing. So I had text message about fishing and then I had a phone call about fishing, which then got me thinking about when's the next time I'm going fishing. And I think, check this out. This is how good my life is. My wife says to me, hey, there's a bunch of mothers and husbands and families going down to Pueblo Reservoir for um, Mother's Day. Can we go down there and hang out with families and you can fish and have fun with the kids in the boat and blah, 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 blah? Oh, let me think about that for about half a second, right? So now I'm thinking about a big Mother's Day fishing trip. I'm just telling you about the real struggles in my life. The real struggles in my life. Oh, check this out. UFOs. If this world hadn't already gotten so crazy where, the new normal is, you know what I'm saying? This is the new normal. Like I walked around downtown at the courthouse uh with a mask on. I went through a bank into the bank today with a mask on. Um the new normal is actually a fun place to be. UFOs from the same government that tells me it's safe if I put a bandana on to go out. The same government that's telling me that I'm safe, making you safe, I'm keeping you safe. I'm keeping you safe and you safe and you safe, and you're keeping me safe if you put a bandana on. The same government that we've been listening to, that shut down the country, they released UFO video. Now, let me kick this off first by saying this is old UFO video that I had already looked at. I'd already seen this. It was leaked. I don't know. It was leaked early on. Speaking of leaks, if you came here to talk true crime, you're going to have to come back at 8 o'clock. I'm sorry. That's a different show. Different show tonight, 8 o'clock. We're going to be talking true crime and the Gannon Stout murder case. Stepmom teabags pulling some teabag stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so I'll tell you all about that at 8 o'clock tonight on Dad with the Phone. But right now, UFOs. UFO, unidentified objects, unidentified phenomenon, unidentified whatever. Flying objects, flying phenomenon. There was a video that was released and it shows this some lights. It's these guys talking back and forth going, what the heck's going on? One of the guys has done a few interviews. He's actually done interviews. I think he even may have been on the Joe Rogan podcast. I thought I heard something about this a minute back where there was a guy talking about these videos and some stuff like at firsthand he had seen stuff. So the question is one, where do you stand on aliens? Where do you stand on aliens? Like, this is a subject we can now talk about, and I don't sound like a kook only because, well, the Pentagon released some information. Do I believe in aliens? I'll give you the short version. Yes. Yeah, there you go. That's the short version. I believe in UFOs, aliens, but I'm going to be very, I want to like break that down a little bit because, by the way, if I get texted for tacos, y'all are crap out of luck. Cinco de Mayo today. Wife's at a Cinco de Mayo party, and I told her to text me. Text me when the food's ready. Text me when the tacos are ready, and I'll come down there. UFOs, aliens. Do they exist? Are there living creatures on other planets? And do they somehow come here, intermingle, check us out, run science experiments on us? Or have they influenced the flow of technology? Let me tell you something. This is fun. This is fun. There's a lot of ways I look at this. I actually look at this in a lot of ways. One, there are old writings that if you take them in context of who is saying them, they can both be taken in this world language of figurative truth or this other language. Like, and I've talked about this before, like other languages. Like when I talk about like holy writings or old writings, I like to describe that there are, like, if you asked, is the Bible true? And then you would say, well, the Bible's written in two different languages. And if you're talking about an absolute, literal, physical, 1 + 1 = 2 truth. And then there's this other version written in a language which is like the language of love is the best way to express it. Like when you try to describe what love feels like. My wife is my other half. When I found her, I was complete, blah, 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 blah. You could say all the cool things. So there's two languages. But when one is speaking in a figurative language versus this literal language, but it's still truthful, right? And so there are some holy writings and some holy quotes that I love. And there's one where he says, in my Father's house, there are many rooms. I like that. Because I don't think of the creator of everything, the universe. See, this doesn't take away from me believing in a creator is the coolest thing. Are we the best thing the creator ever made? And he messed up on my knee joints then. And my back, I'm telling you, there's some mistakes, like elbows, backs, shoulders. Come on. We could have done better with those, couldn't we? That's the best you could do. Everything's creaking, right? No. Here's the question. Who are you to say what's out there in the unknown? Because I tell you what, space is on a different measurement. That's what's funny. There are masses in space that when weighed on different planets would blow and create confusion amongst our very simple laws of science on this planet, right? The science that we have come up with to explain gravity, for instance, or things that are unexplainable except through science and math, they all go out the window when you go to another place in space. So for us to fathom that other thing, whatever the other place is, the other room, my father has many rooms in his house. I think that's written in a figurative language as well as could have been taken literal at the time it was said. It's written in this language of there is something else to what I'm saying, right? Now the question you have to ask yourself is, if there are other things in the house, right? If there are other rooms in the house and somebody or something or somehow escapes the other room, shit, can they get in the other room? Can they come to our room? That's the question you have to ask. Because there are things that we kind of know about on this planet, and we have some sort of explanation, dimensions and spirits, and we have measurements on how energy changes amongst, but we can't see it. Do some DMT, LSD, psychedelic mushrooms, and you will see dimensions in which you didn't know existed. And they're real. That doesn't mean you're supposed to visit them. I'm just saying. Doesn't mean you're supposed to visit them. Y'all like this mask thing? This is like my 2020 humor. So UFOs, to me, I'm down with it. I'm down with some aliens. How did you escape the room? The other room in the house? Are you part of helping with this? Just a question. Like some people believe in like spirits of the dead, spirits of evil, spirits of good. There's this show that I caught my daughter watching called Good Witch. I need to go watch that damn show because I was like, normally I would never let her watch it. Quarantine, damn, she's been getting away with everything. My 11-year-old probably caught more of Tiger King than she should have. You know what I'm saying? It's quarantine, keep us locked in. Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, you bastards been invading my house. Aliens, spirits moving that we can't see. I believe in all that shit. Every last bit of it. Now, for some reason, if there's an alien or a being or a UFO or another creature that somehow escaped another room, somehow got itself here into our space, and I have to find out about it from the Pentagon, man, I'm a little disappointed in aliens. Like, I'm just disappointed. I watched too much V or Star Trek or something when I was growing up, because if you're going to come here, then show up with a bang. Let us all see you. Don't be giving the inside info. Like, use your alien power that used to escape the other room and let all of mankind know of your arrival. Why you got to sneak in here? I don't like sneaking aliens. Yeah, sneaking aliens aren't good. Or they don't present themselves to be good. Like, good things come and they're just like, hey, we're good. Y'all got some screwed up shit going on here. We're going to help y'all. Don't come sneaking in here. I'm going to show you a video that the Pentagon released. This is from the Pentagon. This ain't from the tabloids. This ain't TMZ. This ain't the tabloid video. This is from the same people you're getting your information about a virus got us wearing bandanas. You know what I'm saying? This is from our government. Your government, not my government, but your government. I mean, my government too. They sent me a check for sure. Okay, here we go. And then I got a couple other, there's a lot of good videos here. Let's put the audio on here. Let's make this big. This will be like this, one of those special ones they did. We'll see if this, I don't know if this is the raw video.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude.
They do say, I mean, I've seen and I've read and I've heard, and I did have one very brief meeting on it, but people are saying they're seeing UFOs. Do I believe it? Not particularly.
Do you think you'd know if there were evidence of extraterrestrials?
Well, I think our great pilots would know. And some of them really see things that are a little bit different than in the past. So we're going to see.
Turn my microphone on. So this is an article Time magazine put out. Now, I'll tell you what, Time is kind of a joke magazine too, and I'll tell you how jokes they are. You can take it for what you want. If I also look up another Time magazine article, look at this. Let's see here. Yeah, this goofy. There's another Time magazine article. So the same article, people who put out this one on aliens and these unidentified, maybe it's the new coronavirus. They're the same article that once put out an article on me. So you can't believe everything that comes out of Time magazine. So just putting that out there. You can go find Time magazine. The article, man gets a traffic ticket for posting a video on Facebook. You can go read Time's version of that. Then come back and ask Dad with the phone what really went down. So let's read this Time magazine about the coronavirus is a preview of alien life reaching Earth. So now they're trying to get us all scared of aliens. You know what? Maybe we ought to reconsider the whole thing about looking for life on other worlds. It would be nice to find it, of course, but that doesn't mean we could handle it biologically, epidemiologically, and most importantly, emotionally. We are currently in the midst of a global near panic over what, in some respects, is its own alien, or at least previously known life form, the SARS-CoV-2 virus, which causes the disease known as COVID-19. As of the writing, there have been close to 90,000 confirmed cases around the world. So this is early on, right? And let's see, where am I? Confirmed cases around the world in 68 countries, leading more to 3,000 deaths. Oh, yeah, this was way early. As I cough and sneeze. COVID. I'm just talking about COVID. Come on, don't make people think I got the COVID. Flights have been grounded, all this stuff, right? Humanity as a whole is suffering the effects of the disease, but the Chinese are taking a particularly kind of heat. The virus emerged from Wuhan, China, around the world, and ugly kind of pitchforks and torches behavior has surfaced. An Asian American 16-year-old was assaulted at California high school and accused of carrying the virus. South Korea. Also, this is one of those I just want to see where it's talking about aliens. Oh, here we go. COVID-19 is an entirely terrestrial problem, one that has not a lick to do with space, and yet consider that even as the virus rages, NASA is poised to launch new rover to Mars in July, and will look for microbiotic life and gather up some rock and soil samples, which will be brought back to Earth, potentially containing the microbial life on a later mission. So how do you think that's going to work out? Oh, I see what they're doing. On the one hand, there is almost no likelihood of any risk or contagion, as a column in space.com pointed out last week. NASA has a long history of working to protect the Earth from biohazards from other planets and to protect other planets from biohazards from Earth. The space agency even has an entire division dedicated to the goal, formerly known as the Office of Safety and Mission Assurance. Yeah, but I wonder how good they are, right? So every time I take my boat into the water, I have to go through an inspection because it's been at other waters and they don't want contaminants coming across these different waters. Sometimes those inspections are good, sometimes they're not. So I wonder how good NASA is. Planetary Protection Office. That's like a Men in Black office, right? You guys understand that, right? That's a real Men in Black office. They're like, listen, we are the Planetary Protection Office. And if you come to Earth, you have to deal with us. This is Men in Black stuff. I need to watch those movies again. I'm just looking at this as so they're saying basically we wouldn't be ready for life from other Earths. Okay. Time magazine. They wrote about me. You can't really take what. No, it's truth, right? But it's not really where I care. I think it's cool. I think for real, this we have decided that the galaxies, the worlds, the way everything is designed. I know this simply because I'm educated enough to know this, and you should be educated enough to know this, that if one of our dials is off just a percentage, oxygen, helium, all the things, water, all the trees, all the growth, all this, if one of those dials is off just a hair, there's no life on Earth. This Earth was created for life. I don't know what the other planets are for, but I know this one that we're on is pretty amazing. And I could see that if aliens from other planets saw us sticking out in space, we're like a white rose in a garden of black roses. Dead planet, dead planet, dead planet, dead planet, dead planet, dead planet. But in this place, we're like the white rose amongst the dead. So aliens, if you see this transmission that's going up to satellites and traveling right now as we speak around the world. I live in Woodland Park, Colorado. You can ask anybody on any block where the underground is, where Dad with the phone lives. They'll point you to right where I'm at. Come see me. Jeez. Abduct me. Abduct me, and then let me come back and podcast about it, though. Come on. I absolutely believe in the possibility. I was going to show you all a NASA video. I started reading. Oh, we read the NASA. We saw the CNN one. Where's the full? Here's the full 1 minute uncut version. This is what we want right here. This is the good one. Pentagon declassifies 3 previously leaked videos taken by U.S. Navy pilots that show unidentified aerial phenomenon, which some claim are UFOs. This is what they did. This is what they talk about. Let's. I'm gonna watch this again because I want to make sure that we didn't miss nothing. I think it's this one. Yeah. Non-corona stories. Hope I got audio. Read this bad boy. Oh, reload. Of course you're going to make me reload. Means you're going to make me watch a commercial. Why are you going to make me watch a commercial? I don't want to watch a commercial.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude. That's not our LNS though, is it? It's not. That is the LNS, dude. Well, if there's look at that thing. It's rotating. Check over this one thing. I'll check over. Oh, got it! Woohoo! Roger. There's troubleshooting. Did you talk to moving target? No, I took an auto track. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow, look at that, man. Look at the fly. What the
Bro was happy he caught that thing on that little radar. Listen, these guys have come out and said this is unknown. They don't know what it is. There's nothing on the planet that they know about exist that could pull the maneuvers that this thing was pulling. Some have said it was drones, maybe new drones, the Chinese. Maybe the Chinese got some new drones that are doing hyper speeds with, but this is infrared. These are special. These are the most high dollar cameras you could ever have. This thing, see a speck of dirt flying in the air. You know what I'm saying? And they don't know how to explain it. I love it. Then they throw it right at us. This is previously leaked stuff. This is stuff they've shown, right? But now the same government that has convinced us all we need to wear bandanas is leaking video, confirming video, saying, yes, this is real video. This isn't pretend. This isn't made up. This isn't something that someone did. We don't know what it is, though. We don't know. I like a good alien story, to be honest with you. Uh-oh. Y'all might be losing me. Absolutely. UFOs, killer hornets, COVID-19. If you could choose to be abducted by aliens, die from COVID-19, or die from murdering hornets. A for UFOs, B's for COVID-19, C's for murdering hornets. What are you choosing? I'm definitely going with aliens. Definitely. Most definitely going for aliens. Right now, I'm going for tacos. Happy Cinco de Mayo. I'll be back at, shoot, I might have to move it out to 9. Might move that thing out to 9. I'll be back somewhere between 8 and 9 hour. Somewhere between the 8 and the 9 hour. We talk about some information that released today. but in a way you haven't seen it yet. I'm out. My name is Michael. They call me Dad with the phone. UFOs, I'm down with them. I know my father has a house with many rooms. If one of them guys escaped from that room, dude, I live in Woodland Park. Come find me.